your backyard, the Giants, it's been a journey to get here at the quarterback position for them. Obviously, early returns, first time out. It's one preseason game, but Jaxson Dart looked pretty good. What's the reaction out there?
Yeah, he's had a good couple of weeks here. He had a strong week in camp. Was it last week? I don't know. They're all running together, Tom. It was the second week of our it was the second week of our inside training camp coverage. So, like any rookie given a chance, wow, I am bald in the back of my head. Wow.
You really made a mistake. Do you want to turn the TV real quick, Mike, so we don't have to look?
No, because it may fall off of here, and we'll just deal with it. He, like any rookie, took some time to get adjusted, and then really hit his stride when Judy, Baldy, and I were there. We had a chance to sit down with him, and it's my first time really. So I hadn't been over there in the spring. It was my first time to really get a chance to talk to him and meet him, and you just get a feel for a guy sometimes, and I was very impressed. And there's that level of calm and in command, and the way you have to be as a leader in the building. The entire quarterback room there has just done a 180, and there's a lot of personality, there's a lot of confidence, there's a lot of swag, and I include Jaxson Dart in that. So for him to go out and be as decisive as he was, get that ball out quickly. The one touchdown to little Jordan Humphrey, he had a guy right in his face. He knew he was going to get hit and was willing to sit there and take it. I mean, these are the questions that you've got for a guy coming in out of a Lane Kiffin system. Can he read it? Does he have enough poise to stand there and go from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4? And the Giants really, from the time they drafted him, obviously felt like that was something that he could do, even if he wasn't asked to do it that much in college. We saw a little bit of that. We've seen it in camp. I think it's about as good a start as you could imagine if you're the Giants and Jaxson Dart. And part of me, nobody said this to me, but for Brian Dable to come out the start of training camp day one at that press conference and make it clear Russell Wilson is QB1, I think somewhere in his head he thought this kid could have a big preseason. He could have a big camp. We want to start the season with Russ, so let's make that clear now before anything happens, kind of getting ahead of that one.
Now, how long does that last, Mike? Because when they draft Jaxson Dart, and part of my understanding of the thought process of why Dart over Shedeur obviously was talked about a lot, but any of the other quarterbacks that they could have drafted, part of it was the layers to his game, the mobility, the fact that he could move, he could get outside the pocket. You talk about Dable's history with Josh Allen, Dable having the best version of Daniel Jones we've ever seen back in 2022 before things kind of went sideways there. Russell Wilson at this stage of his career is not that guy. He's not threatening you with his legs. He's not able to extend plays the same way. How patient can they be here, or is it strictly dictated by, hey, if we're winning, we're going to leave this guy in there?
Yeah, I mean, you look at their opening schedule. It's at Washington, at Dallas, then it's home against the Chiefs and the Chargers, if I'm recalling correctly. Then I think it's the Saints, and then it's like Eagles. Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Eagles, at Broncos, at Eagles, San Francisco. I like San Francisco, too. I like Judy and I were sitting there and trying to figure out, well, do you want the kid to start at home? Like, could the San Francisco game be – because you figure in that stretch there – I think this kind of sort of gets turned on its head. If they go to Washington week one and win that game, I think that's going to change a lot of things in a lot of people's minds. And they did play them well last year. Probably should have beat them down there in Washington. That's the game they didn't have a kicker because Gano got hurt in pregame. So they're going to have to start to steal these games. But you look at those first 8 weeks and it's like 2-6, 3-5. Yeah. I mean, like at some point you go, all right, we appreciate what Russ is doing. And he's got, some example that he's showing Jaxson there. Because look, I mean, we've taken shots at Russ and people have poked holes and they feel like, some of the stuff is corny. We've heard all that stuff with Russ, but he's a competitor. He does things the right way. He's a professional. He's got confidence in himself. He's got confidence in his teammates. He knows how to lift people up. Like Russell Wilson coming here, even if he does not get off to a great start, or the team doesn't get off to a great start, because I'm not putting just the wins and losses on him. Even if the team doesn't get off to a great start, I still think this is going to be a good contribution for this team in the long run, and certainly for Jaxson Dart as well. So that's kind of that cluster of 8 games to 9 games is what I'm looking at and saying, unless they start to steal some of these games that I just can't see right now, I think that you get Russ for the first half of the season, and then maybe you turn it over to Jaxson Dart.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.